Alright, guys. Today I'm actually going to be doing the first part of my review of Diablo 3. So pretty much what I'm going to be talking about today in this video is the comparison between Diablo 3 and Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. The biggest problem I have will be gone over in great detail. Another thing that this video is about is my love and affection for Diablo 2. Yeah, and I have to hold this to the side of my face because it does that if I don't. Strap yourselves in, prepare to be taken on a journey of Diablo!
Whoa! Alright, sorry that was a pretty loud intro, but Diablo 3, man! What can be said of this game? Well, I'm going to tell you. Diablo 3, in comparison to Diablo 2, here we go. Here's a rundown. Diablo 3 was one of my most anticipated games ever to come out. It's like people waiting for Half-Life 3. This is my game right here. So, the sequel to one of my most favorite games of all times, the game that really got me into hardcore gaming, this is the sequel. This is the game that ushered in a new era after 10 years, man! I waited 10 years for this sequel, alright? Let's just say when the game came out, it was somewhat a little bit lackluster. I mean, the graphics were amazing. The story was somewhat more compelling. It's no longer just light and dark. Now you're starting to realize that angels are somewhat more evil than, the demons. They're pretty much just more, virtuistic in their fucking like, yeah, we're good guys. We know everything. And it's not entirely true. Diablo 2 had some of the coolest characters ever. Tyrael, Deckard Cain. These characters are fucking amazing, and they mean the world to me. They taught me language, literature, fucking history, inspired me to want to become a writer. So this game that meant so much to me, that fucking captivated me from a young age, a game that I still hold dear to my heart, stories that I have written based off of fucking fan service, man. I fucking fell in love, man. 6 years on one game. 6 fucking years. So Diablo 3 comes out. They changed the entire fucking game. They stayed true to many elements of the game, which are very fucking comforting. The addition of Inferno mode made me feel happy. It made me feel like, yeah, man, this is the same game! What? But it's not. Diablo 3 to me was not only about the loot that you find, which is, a through line for the game, a staple now for it, a trope that is used frequently in most dungeon crawlers, but now it's no longer about the customization of your experience. Every character is unique in Diablo 2. They all fight differently. They all have different skill trees and different fucking ways to level up your character to make them unique to you. You can change their stats. You can change what they do. You can change everything about them, and their customization without just changing the cosmetics of a character was through the roof. That's what I loved about Diablo. That's what I love about all of these games. A unique experience only that I can have based on my perception, my reality, and the way that I want to play games. The way I conceive everything molds my experience in Diablo 2. Diablo 3 kind of threw that out the window. What they did, which is not bad in how they did it, I'm just not particularly fond of it. What Diablo 3 really did was make it a little more narrow-minded, more simplistic. Yo, instead of fucking having these huge issues that are glaring, that can cut you off from the game if you make the wrong decision, we'll just make everyone unlock preset skills that only are changed by rune. You don't really get to put any customization into a character. The character is simply what a character is. So it's kind of lame! You no longer have basic attacks. And the story element, which I used to love somewhat, even though it went into more, not just light and dark, generic story, but they did the one thing that I don't like it when games do. They fucking stepped into, you're a Nephilim, the greatest thing that's ever existed, and you are stronger than angels and demons, and you overcoming these things is not fucking epic. You're supposed to! You're the best creation that they've ever fucking made! Lame. I like it when I'm just a guy, overcoming the worst obstacles the world has ever seen. Becoming greatness through your actions, your decisions. I don't know if you could tell, that seems to make a lot to me. customized experience, a story that is my own, something that I can relate to, something that I can grasp onto. When you take away that human element, for me, you take out the entire purpose of playing a game. Now, here's where my issues with Diablo 3 really start to bleed through. I loved Inferno mode, I love Hell, I love Nightmare, I love it all, man. But it's the only way to play the game. So when you're sitting here going through these fucking 4 game modes for one character, you realize you have to beat the same mundane fucking story that I wasn't even fond of 5 separate fucking times. In doing this, you start to realize the game no longer has the soul that it used to have. Diablo 3 to me was a major letdown. Now, it's still a good game, graphically speaking, it is astounding. The cosmetics of the game are fucking revolutionary, and it's the best dungeon crawler you can buy to date. However,
so now you know my opinions about Diablo 3, right? Well, time to go into all those negative aspects and how they're completely erased by Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition Reaper of Souls on Xbox One. So what we're going to really be talking about now is those massive differences in those games. So please, yeah.
Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition Reaper of Souls for Xbox One. This game rectifies every issue I have other than the story in Diablo 3, the original release. Now, let's go over some of these issues. Diablo 3 is more about customization than its predecessor. This, in all honesty, has to be one of the best sequels ever crafted, and I truly believe this is one of the best games of the year. It really goes in and changes a lot of the game. One, it gives you the ability to transmog your character to make him look like anything you want, which is really nice. Oh, there's my character, Jessica. Yeah, whipped. Indeed. Anyway, moving on. It also allows you to completely customize your experience by using people's Paragon level a certain way. Yes, there are preset runes, there are things that are intertwined the way they've always been, but now also they've added something known as Adventure Mode. Adventure Mode! Not only do you get to do campaign, but Adventure Mode also. You also now get to pick from a myriad of difficulties instead of just using the preset ones like Normal, Hell, Inferno. Now you get to just completely amplify your experience and custom suit yourself. So now you can customize your own experience. Here's one of my paladin characters just being a total fucking badass. Not only do I get to customize my experience and how I want to play, but Paragon levels now are completely different. What you can do is customize all of your own equipment, then you can transmog it to look like whatever you want. Now I personally am against transmog, but Paragon levels also drastically have changed the game experience, because now you can customize a character any way you would like to. And there's no negative drawback to this, because you can change all the customization at any time. This is what the game originally needed. You get to still keep your preset skills and runes, but now you get to customize your own individual avatar in minor different ways. It adds player choice back to the circle. So a game that had amazing graphics, an amazing theme, now adds character customization to the entire mix, which is what we were originally missing in this release. Does this make this game outstanding? Yes! Yes, it does! It's the whole reason why this game is now unfucking stoppable. Every gripe I've had with the game has been rectified. I'm going to give you a brief cinematic so you get to see a little bit of what I believe is to be some really good voice acting and good writing. Please hold tight.
Tyrael, the ancient law of the high heavens strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so, brazenly.
All I am guilty of, Imperius, is bringing justice, while you hide, cowering behind your throne.
Silence! You will now answer for your transgressions.
cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
God, I just love this fucking game! Alright, do yourself a favor. Pick up a copy of this game if you haven't done so already. And if you were burned by Diablo 3, please, this game, give it a second chance. What it really does is it creates a whole new experience for you to play. And not only did they just add a new chapter in and a new character, what they did was completely rework the entire game itself. Characters level up with you as you play, so now there's only one campaign. You can fight in your favorite act for as long as you like and you will still level up. Rare drops are a fucking joy. The game's beautiful, it has great cinematics, great fucking presence. The game is fucking amazing, and the newest campaign and act is outstanding. And the Crusader is fucking awesome to play as. So is the Barbarian. Just as always, this game is amazing. Please, go pick it up. This game is going to get a very high score, a high recommendation. I recommend any fan of any game to go pick this up. Unless you're an FPS junkie, then perhaps it may not be your cup of tea. This game is fucking outstanding. And this, in all honesty, is hands down a perfect fucking sequel. I don't say that often about games. In fact, I'm very hard-pressed to find a game, especially in modern times, that I like. But this game now seems to somehow gap my nostalgia and my player accessibility into one thing. Go pick it up right now.
Alright, thanks for tuning in today. I'm glad you saw the video. Whether you agree with it or not, hopefully you can give me your honest opinion about what I released today. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort in this video. So, I mean, constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. And if you did like the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and also share it with your friends. Diablo 3 is a game worth putting out there. Just remember that.